Inflation fell by 0.4% in June, month over month, and rose by 3.5% year over year. We have NBC News business and economy reporter Allie Canal with us, alongside with Caleb Silver, Investopedia editor-in-chief and chief business editor of People Inc. Good morning to you both. Allie, I will start with you. Just walk us through these numbers, how they compare with previous months. Put in context those numbers I just said.
Well, Savannah, we have good news and bad news. I mean, the good news here is that inflation did cool during the month of June compared to what we saw in May, right? 3.5%. That's a pretty good number. In May, we were at 4.2%. But what's interesting here is that that's mostly due to a decline in energy prices and gas prices. And unfortunately, due to the escalation that we're seeing between the U.S. and Iran, gas prices are on their way back up. Energy prices are higher. So we're likely going to see a reversal of some of these declines that we did see in the month of June. That is pretty unfortunate, especially when you consider how expensive it's been for many Americans out there. But at least we are seeing a little bit of pressure taken off when you factor in those lower gas prices. But again, that's on the upswing right now, Savannah.
Allie, a true pro working through a big board that's not cooperating.
We'll try and get this working for you guys.
We'll see while I'm chatting with Caleb. No, but Caleb, what is your reaction to this report? Just tell us off the bat, and what does it tell us about the overall state of our economy?
Yeah, it's the biggest drop on a monthly basis in 6 years. That sounds big, but we consider where we were. We were at 4.2% in May. Now we're down at 3.5% on an annual basis, energy being the big driver there. Allie mentioned it. Energy prices dropping 5.7%, gas down 9.5%. But guess what? It's up 27% year over year. So we're still feeling elevated prices, and retailers and everyone else has been able to raise their prices to deal with inflation. We've just had to deal with it as consumers. I think that's going to persist through the summer, probably through the rest of the year.
All right, Allie, a reporter and a magician. She's fixed the board for us. Break down these prices by category.
Okay, so let's look at the big three. Food, energy, shelter. Food, once again, coming in 0.2%. So pretty much what we saw during the month of May. Now, energy prices, again, I've been saying this is the big one here, down 5.7% in June compared to a 3.9% increase during May. This is due to the easing tensions between the U.S. and Iran, which, like I've been saying, has been ticking back up again. And then shelter, your homes, your rent, that was up 0.3% in May, only up 0.1% in June. So that's encouraging. A couple other call outs I want to say is gas prices, as we've been saying, energy is down. Gas is also down 9.7% your gas. And we saw that with the national average ticking lower.
Wow.
We'll continue to monitor and see how gas prices continue to change through the coming weeks and months. Tomatoes are also down 10% after rising 15% in March. So a bit of a volatile category here. Ground beef, which we know beef prices are at record highs. That's up 1.3%. And your morning cup of joe, that's down 2%. That's encouraging. That's something that we always like to see, especially early in the mornings these days.
No kidding. All right, Caleb, time for your magic trick. The next Federal Reserve is...
You're talking about the one in 15 days, 5 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, that's July 29th for those of you keeping a normal calendar. Wouldn't expect too much of a change in interest rates. Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chair, testifying in front of the Senate today and tomorrow in the semi-annual testimony, his first as Fed chair, but he is completely focused on bringing inflation down. And he says that's what the rest of the FOMC is focused on. They're not worried about the labor market. They're worried about these prices, and they will do whatever it takes to get inflation closer to 2%. We're at 3.5% right now. We got a ways to go. Energy prices, the big bogey there, but I wouldn't expect too much of a change from the Fed except this relentless focus on bringing inflation down.
Allie, how is inflation stacking up against wage growth? And then what does that mean for consumers who are already under pressure?
Yeah, well, the good news is here that wages now equal inflation. For a few months there, we have been seeing inflation actually outpace wages, which means your paycheck wasn't going as far as it usually would. However, this number, this 3.5% for wage growth, this is pretty low. I mean, towards the end of last year, this was closer to 4%. So we want to see wages go up. We continue to want to see inflation go down. And again, like I've been saying, inflation will likely tick higher from here as higher energy prices continue to work their way through the system. Also, the AI build out has created a lot of higher prices across the board. We've recently saw Apple raise their prices, Xbox raise their prices due to memory chip shortages. So something to watch as a consumer. And, summer's almost over, Savannah, and soon we'll be thinking about the holidays. So everyone has pricing on their mind.
Don't say that to me.
I'm sorry.
So not
I'm
almost
sorry.
over. It is not even technically the middle
You're
of
right.
June.
You know what? I take it back.
Okay, I see what you're saying, though, from a financing perspective, from a planning perspective.
Yes.
Caleb, any advice for people managing their finances right now?
Yeah, these are where the numbers are going to be. We have elevated prices because of gas. It's uncertain. I agree with Allie. Gas prices are probably going to go up through the rest of the summer, and there's still plenty of time left. Know that interest rates probably won't change, and prices probably won't change. This is status quo probably through the end of the year.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.